Hello and welcome. My name is Brian Caplen, editor of The Banker. I'm here with Stefania Palma, who's the Asia editor, and we're previewing the Asian Development Bank Annual Meeting, which is in Baku in Azerbaijan in early May. So Stefania, you'll be going to the meeting. I mean, what do you think the big issues of discussion will be this year?
So one of them will definitely be around the public and private partnerships that are currently definitely pushed for, specifically from the ADB in Asia and also in ASEAN specifically. They're seen as a very interesting way to help some of the less developed countries in the region to undergo the infrastructure projects they really
that's what I was
need.
going to say, because I mean, you know, they're ideally designed, aren't they, to give a big boost to infrastructure projects. So in countries where there's a bit of a shortage of infrastructure and frankly a lack of government funds to drive it along. But what can the Asian Development Bank bring to this that hasn't been there before then?
So in a number of countries, the country directors of the ADB are definitely involved in working together with the local government to put together, for example, stronger or more transparent legal frameworks to actually make it more attractive for private investors to come in and work together with the states on infrastructure. And specifically, the key is to create bankable projects that banks themselves will be comfortable in to fund and support.
Okay, now the other thing that's happening is we're just about to see the start of the Asian Economic Community. So tell us about that and what does that mean for the ASEAN region?
So there's a lot of talk about the Asean Economic Community. It's technically meant to be formalized by the end of this year. There's definitely going to be a lot of talk about it at the meeting as well, because if on the trading front, on the trade front, there's been a lot of steps forward, a number of countries already operating 0% tariffs. On the other side, on the service liberalization front, it's definitely been more choppy. And especially in the banking sector liberalization, it's been definitely harder in trying to make all countries open up their banking sectors. So clearly those that are less developed are a bit
presumably
warier.
Because you're dealing with countries that are less or more developed.
Exactly.
Now, you've just been in Vietnam, which is clearly one of the less developed countries. So, I mean, what will the community mean for them, and what's the state of Vietnamese banking at the moment?
So clearly the Vietnamese banking sector is still struggling with the 2012 banking crisis due to a humongous NPL problem. They're restructuring, but even though some of the banks have been hit very hard, after my visits, I definitely can say that they're very keen on trying to finalize these restructuring plans. At the same time, at the end of the day, only the state banks are really the ones that are more comfortable with potentially opening up the banking sector for regional banks to come in. The smaller ones that are facing harsher restructuring plans are a bit more anxious about this, and they would really like to have a few more years or more time to strengthen, to then start thinking about servicing foreign populations or to open operations outside of Vietnam.
Okay, but it doesn't look like they're going to get them.
Well, it'll take a few more years, I think. It'll be paced.
Okay. Stefania will be reporting from the Asian Development Bank meeting in Baku in Azerbaijan in the May issue of The Banker and also online.